It's a big crowd here today. So my name is Rakesh Jalali, Vice President of Technology at Evertz, running the Indian operation for Evertz, and also digital direct-to-consumer platforms. This is a picture from traditional broadcast. People watching TV in the 70s. When you look at the 70s, you know, a village in India would get one television, they would put it in the village square, and the whole group would come and watch television, and there was kind of a meaning to the aggregation of people joining to watch something together. Now you move forward, a nuclear family sitting, 4 guys on a table, on a chair, watching content. That's how they consume content. The crowd has shrunk a little bit, and so this is the current setup. You have the television that is turned on. It's a big screen TV. It's a 75-inch massive television screen. It's off, and the parents are in the bedroom. They're watching their reels. The kids are in the living room. They're watching their iPads. Somebody's on the phone. Somebody is on their laptops. So everybody is watching content differently. It is curated content specific to their interest. What's the impact of that? And I think that tells us something about the audience for traditional broadcast is shifting. Now, if I see some of the people in the show, it's a slightly older lot, so maybe they still have an affiliation to television the way it used to be. But if I go to the university, I talk to a bunch of kids, I say, how many of you guys watch linear broadcast? Majority of them will say, and if I say, how many of you guys watch YouTube or Facebook or Insta, they are connected. So that creates a problem for the broadcasters in changing their technologies to fit a shifting audience. So how do we address this? In Evertz, we are a complete solution provider. We provide solutions for IP solutions for media, 12 gig solutions for broadcasters, live production solutions for content creators, media access transport solutions, RF, media supply chain, direct to consumer, which covers all your OTT platforms, and professional AV solutions. Now, this is a survey from Devoncraft. Devoncraft does a survey of all the relevant technologies. They do a yearly survey on this thing, and it tells us what areas of technology are relevant to the marketplace. This is good for young people to be also aware of, and we see that IP networking and content delivery is relevant. AI, ML, Gen AI, obviously everyone knows there's a big AI thing going on. Remote productions, and if you see the red box, those are all the technologies Evertz is engaged in. So anything that is relevant, we have our foot in the door there. Some of the core areas where we are focused on: broadcast and new media video solutions at the forefront of IP and video virtualization. So video virtualization is relevant, IP is relevant, and Evertz is providing solutions, whether it's SMPTE 2110, SMPTE 2020-6, or any format, doesn't matter. We will be engaged and providing solutions. We are providing solutions to the marketplace even before the standards were ratified by the standards body, because there's a need in the marketplace and we have to provide solutions. Over the top, this is very relevant in the current generation, where the consumption of content is happening on multiple devices, and being able to understand, do a digital footprint of a digital profile on the engagement of people and curating the content to their need. that is becoming more and more relevant. And so we have a clicks per milli ratio, which tells us how many times you have viewed a content and how many times you have clicked on the content. And that click to view ratio is used to show engagement. That is how we measure that. Video interoperability and workflow optimization. This is kind of defining the automation of a broadcast facility, automating it through state machines. We have solutions in that area. The quality of the video and the delivery of the video. HD, Ultra HD, 4K, 8K, 16K. I even worked on some 16K technology in our labs. It's not nowhere in the marketplace yet, but at an R&D level, we're doing that. And also how we deliver, depending upon if it's a YouTube or any other iTunes or whichever the platform is, we have to transcode it to the right format to get it delivered there. We are a company of engineers, and we always believed technical leadership was the key to market leadership. If we are able to technically capture, produce the best products in the marketplace and deliver them at good pace and good speed with good support, we will capture the marketplace, and that has given us results. And we're constantly innovating, we're constantly producing products and expanding our product portfolio based on the need of the market. Evertz has multiple R&D centers of excellence in Bangalore and Gurgaon, other areas in India. Core R&D, core development happening for Evertz in India. This is some of the platforms: Dreamcatcher, Studer, Bravo Studio. I won't go into too much detail here because I don't know how much you guys are interested in these platforms. Dreamcatcher is a slow motion recorder, so it's used for doing slow-mo play. So you can record a clip and say, especially for cricket, say the bowler is pitching the ball. At the start of the pitch, you start the record, and at the end of the pitch, you stop the recording. And then you can, if there is a reversal of a decision, something needs to be checked, we can in slow motion check frame by frame the picture to see whether it has touched, the bat has hit the ball or something like that. So this is used for soccer, it's used for basketball, it's used for ice hockey, it's used for a lot of different sporting events, for live production. Studer is also an Evertz brand. It's an audio mixing console, multiple solutions there that can be used. Evertz has an end-to-end RF solution as well. We are demoing the thing in our booth at N04 in the booth. So digitization of RF over IP. Now this is something new. Traditionally we would have RF solution, but now we are taking the RF payload and digitizing it over an IP infrastructure. That is giving us ability to transport that signal over a long distance. 12 gig SDI, we have multiple routing solutions. The most dense routing solutions in the marketplace. Our next solution in a 5 RU, 5 rack unit system can do 384 by 384 routes, which is unheard of in the industry. It is definitely, and we are able to cascade multiple next routers to do triple the 3 next routers can be cascaded to do triple the routing. EQX is our large scale enterprise class routers again. And within these platforms, we also have multi-viewers, the ability to display multiple images on the same screen, or the ability to spread one signal over multiple screens, which gives you the effect of a video wall. So all these things are happening through our multi-viewer platform and processing. Some pictures of the Next router. Next is used in multiple installs in India and is our flagship product. It has won multiple awards at different broadcast shows internationally. We also have a strong portfolio of products on the Pro AV market, where we are doing anything within universities, command control, KVM solutions, any type of facility, we have our Pro AV solution that can be utilized there. For media transport, we have Scorpion, Reflector, and XPS, and these are Reflector is our an IP gateway card that does anything to anything conversion at the front end of a broadcast facility. XPS does encode into different formats. And this can also interface with a 2RUS server or with a COTS Edge server. This is a typical schematic of IP solution for broadcast. Now EXE is our 46 terabits per second IP router, which takes all 25 or 40 gig interfaces into it. An HD signal is 1.5 gig, so on a 25 gig pipe you get almost 16 HD signal on one SFP. So the density of what you can process is thousands and thousands of signal through a box. So the density, again, as with anything else, Evertz density is very strong in the marketplace. Magnum is our orchestration and control layer. So the view interface allows us to use a touch interface to control all the routing and the orchestration within our systems. We have multiple solutions on the media playout. Mediator X, StreamPro, Overture, and Evertz IO. Mediator X is our enterprise solution that does large scale playout of channels. StreamPro is a templated, curated, small form factor version of the channel playout. Overture is the playout server, and Evertz IO is our SaaS offering for the playout. So you can just buy the service and not have to worry about anything on how that service is maintained. We give you 99.99999% of the time the service will be up with the penalty clause. For this platform, we have also received multiple Emmys for kind of innovation within the Hollywood Foreign Press. Gamification of fan experience to generate revenue. This is our OTT solutions. It's not a traditional graphics system, but it provides overlays on top of your content to add additional metadata to improve the viewing experience. It's used for soccer. We are looking at cricket, but it can be used for other platforms as well. The idea is you can do watch parties. You can, as you are consuming content, your consumption of content is not a passive experience. It's an active, proactive experience. You're watching content. You can check the cricket score. Oh, what's the stats for Virat Kohli on the screen? Tap the screen. You see the players playing. You tap the screen. The thing goes away. You can see, you do brand endorsements. You can see you have data collection for different players. Say a player is watching the content. We know he's a fan of Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is maybe a brand ambassador of Omega watches. Now it would make sense to throw an ad for Omega watches at that time. Traditional broadcast advertisement doesn't work now. So curating targeted advertisement to people so they are seeing when the engagement is the highest, and we are throwing an ad at the point the engagement is the highest. Now, how do we do that? With the CPM, the clicks per milli, which tells us, hey, the person has clicked on this stream and he has viewed 10 streams, he's clicked on 2. And we do a count of all the people from this geolocation that are watching this content. So we serve a certain type of content to them. An interactive TV experience radically strengthens the relationship between the viewer and the broadcaster. Increased viewing duration. We have seen people are staying on the duration longer. They are engaging with polls and on the stream. Audience interactivity with overlays, and 100% user insight with first party data. So this is proven test results with actual customers. These interactive graphics can be laid on any type of different end platforms. So, complexity, does complexity exist? Of course, we have data, content, workflow complexity. Over time, you know, the world was less connected. The fiber optics pipes between the different parts of the world opened up. So, processing power became faster, CPUs became faster, memory became cheaper, so you could store more, so you could have buffers at different points in to make the video flow seamlessly. All these things allowed more data to get pushed through. When you push more data, we create more complexity. When you have more complexity, that is a workflow for a broadcast customer. It's a real life example of a customer, that's their workflow. Thousands and thousands of states, how they push content into the facility and out of this facility. If you go deeper within this system, look at that as a deeper view of the same state machine for that customer. You can see the amount of, now can a human being handle this complexity? Cannot. It's not physically possible. Now when you're running a broadcast facility and you have 20 people jumping, one guy is pressing this keyboard, not possible. The intelligence layer has to be at a higher level, and the automation should take care of the basic. This is also applicable to AI and all the things we are doing with this LLM modeling and stuff. It will push the expertise to a higher level, so the base things will be handled by the AI systems. Insight is our big data analytics system. Again, allows us to not just see when failures are occurring. It's telling us at different points in the path where the pipeline is getting, the buffers are getting too high. So you don't have a failure yet, but there is potential for a failure. A true software system is one where you are not responding to a failure, you are proactively correcting things before they fail. So it looks like everything is running and the software is not running, but it's running so well that you are able to predict things and correct them before they become a problem. So we know traditional broadcast has a shifting audience, but through innovative technology, Evertz is allowing us to adapt to a digital first era. Traditional broadcast consumption is changing, but we are trying to introduce technologies, whether it's IP based, whether it's compression, whether it is generative AI. There is a lot of research happening in Evertz to make sure that we are able to bring solutions which deliver content to the young generation in the most seamless manner which they can consume. And at the end of it, we should also kind of think of introducing technology which brings back people back to families and not be separated. And there are research projects at Evertz where we are trying to introduce technologies where we are able to bring things back into the living room. So some of that stuff will be coming up shortly. That's all. Any questions anyone has? I'm happy to take them. No? Thank you guys. Thank you very much.